here, okay? Like, I'm gonna go off on a tangent. I'll pay attention. I'll try and limit myself to one game at a time, but oh my god! Okay, alright. We're gonna just... we're gonna start this off, baby. Okay. We're gonna start off with Halo, because that's what you guys care about. Pfft, whatever. It's Halo. No, but Halo... awesome! I'm really excited for it. What I'm actually excited... the game looks good already. I mean, it looks like it just runs smoother. Again, graphics is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about smoother, bigger environments, things like that. And if you saw the level they were playing, if you haven't watched E3, basically what it was a, they basically had kind of this introduction where they showed, okay, don't even know how to survive. But basically, you start off in an area where you're hunting Chief, and then they land in this in what they call the Last Covenant city, basically, or something like that. I can't remember what the phrasing they use, but basically the Covenant is falling apart, and the Arbiter is going cray-cray in a Phantom, flying around, just taking out people, clearing the city, basically. And you get on the ground with Nathan Fillion, who's Buck. So you're with Red Team, right? Agent Locke's on Red Team. Anyways, you're playing as Agent Locke. You have your characters. You have Val, Buck, and whoever the other one is. Who the hell cares about the other two? All that matters is Locke and Buck. Anyways, who the hell cares about the other two? So, anyways, I was super excited because they had photos of them with their heads off. Whenever you see them, there's a lot of audio in the game. There's a lot of dialogue because it's a team-based game in a way where these two it's super, super communicative. They're calling out, like, enemies, I see enemies, where's Master Chief? Are you sure he can't? Like, there's a lot of dialogue going on. Whenever it does, you see whoever's talking, and it comes up with an image of them, and it shows their faces. Oh my god, Buck looks exactly like Nathan Fillion, and I'm hyped because I'm gonna make out with my screen like 6 times in a day. Every day. Fun. And so I'm excited for that because Nathan Fillion. Anyways, though, it starts off like you're looking for Master Chief in this city, and Buck's wondering if he actually came through that area. You use this weird, like, I can't remember, they call it the Artemis, I think, is what they call it. Anyways, it, like, highlights your objective, basically, I'm guessing is what it actually does, is it highlights your objective. And it comes up, and it's an assault rifle. And you order your character to one of your teammates to go check it out. You're like, Val, I think it was Val they asked. Val, go check that out. And, you know, Agent Locke's voice is, like, super deep and stuff, so it's super manly and a turn-on. Anyways, so that happens, and I can't remember, again, small details I wasn't paying attention to. I was more going fangirl over just, like, all the crazy stuff. Anyways, you go to an area where you see a ship taking off called the Warden, which you're like, do you think Chief is already on that, is what Buck says. Anyways, like, an explosion rocks the city, and the building you're on starts to collapse. So you book it to the other building while the building is crumbling around you. And it's super epic and really cool. And I'm like, this looks like a movie. I'm hype. Yeah. Anyways, continuing on. They showed off some new Prometheans. They showed off They showed off crawlers because, ow. Yeah, well, there's kind of like dead enemies all around. Yeah, there's like dead guys that you kind of just pick off. Like, there's dying elites and stuff that you also just kill. You're just like, you just put them out of their misery, basically. They're like dying. Anyways, so everything's crumbling around you, and you're like booking it, and it's super cool. They have some cinematic stuff going on, it didn't look so much like QuickTime. I think it looked like an area they would have put a QuickTime, but it didn't look like they had one there. But who knows? You know, maybe they don't have the actual QuickTime event in there because, you know, they're still probably finishing up certain, like, button dialogues and things like that. You know, they're probably still putting in subtitles and other, like, prompts and things. So who knows? Maybe it was a QuickTime event. Anyways, continuing on. Oh, okay, this is... Basically, the Prometheans actually enter a different way. Now, they don't just come out of this, like, orangey portal now. They almost, like, fly in these, almost like, it looks like this blue mist, and it kind of floats to an area, explodes, and then all of a sudden enemies just start coming out of it. Like, they almost just come out of little tiny explosions. And so it starts off with crawlers, and you can send your, again, send your teammates. You can locate them and tell them to go check out certain things like that. And this Artemis device I talked about, it seems like it actually shows off, like, certain, almost like secrets in the game, because they used it again, and they were like, Locke mentions, like, hey, there's an ammo catch over there. You two go left, but come with me up to the ammo crate. They showed off these Promethean soldiers, which are, like, they look like humans, but they're Prometheans, right? And I think they took place in knights. There were no knights at all. But anyways, this entire kind of section, what I got out of it is that you're gonna have a lot of almost, like, giant battle scenarios where basically, what happened was that, oh no, alright, you're cool, fuck you. Basically, you, it's just kind of this kind of big area. It's a very, very large area that you're in. And it's just kind of this giant battle raging on between everyone that you just kind of step into. You start taking out enemies. They showed off a new weapon called the Plasma Caster. Looks a bit like it's like a combination of the plasma launcher from Reach and also, like, the grenade launcher is actually what it kind of looks like to me. Don't care, going for the safety. But yeah, so they got new Prometheans. We saw Prometheans. Where is Guy? Alright. But yeah, so what I kind of got out of it, like, from the area they showed, it looks like it's going to be kind of this expansive battle. Anyways, you send out someone to go kill some guys for you, and then a Promethean ship comes in. It takes out one of your teammates, which it has a little revive icon, so you have to revive your teammates in a way. And then you send out Buck, and Buck has a grenade launcher, and he just destroys this thing. So, that happens, and then there's, you know, you kind of go through some fights. And then at the very end, there's a almost boss guy looking guy who, like, stops you. He, like, pulls out a sword and he hits Locke with it. And then he grabs him and he goes, "We called the Master Chief, but you are not permitted." So, I don't know what's going on. It's interesting, but it's really cool. The fall sequence of Chief is the same as... Whoops! I walked right off the edge. Is Dawn in Halo 4? Not really at all, honestly. Because it's way cooler. Because you're not in an enclosed area. Yeah, so that was a thing. And then what else they showed off, it wasn't a large thing for Halo 5, sorry. Halo 5 was they showed off a new game type, which is 24 players. Is it 24v24? No, it's not. It's 12v12. And it's basically a combination of firefight and multiplayer. Where, apparently, when you start out, both teams land on either side, and you actually have to clear your base of AI enemies. There are AI enemies, like grunts and other enemies, that you have to actually take out. So, and again, this looks like, it looks like some elites are going to be on your side, and some are going to be guys that you kill. Because Locke ends up, at the very beginning of the gameplay, kills an elite. He said something like, "You are not winning," he just shoots him. So, that's the thing, but you're actually with Arbiters, so you're not against the Arbiter. The Arbiter is having a war of his own kind of deal, and you're hunting Chief. And they have this whole trailer before it about how, like, you know, everyone is gonna hate Locke's team because of who they're hunting, things like that. So there's this whole thing going on. Anyways, though, they showed this game mode called, oh, animation of falling is the same as Chiefs. I wouldn't be surprised because that's how normal people would probably fall if you think about it. Did you realize that Locke and Master Chief are both humans? It's crazy, right, to think, but it turns out that they're humans. So they probably will have kind of the same animation because that's kind of what they would do in that scenario, right? If you're falling, you're gonna try and stop yourself by sliding backwards. Humans, man. Bye, 2014. Keith David, that's his name. Or no, not that's... Who's the Locke guy? But yeah, they have Nathan Fillion. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm getting that game for Nathan Fillion. I don't know about you guys, but I'm solely getting that game for Nathan Fillion. I don't care about anything else. Nathan Fillion is the only reason I'm buying that game. He's my lover. It would be wrong for me not to. Alright.